Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. Summer has come and summer is gone. You know? So, yeah, it was here. It was here, and then in a blink of an eye, it was gone. And usually that means that all summer activities are put to rest for about another 9 months or so. So depending on where you live, if you live in an area like I do, in the great Appalachian Mountains, getting naked around each other near a small swimming hole, or maybe a large body of water is off the table. Because it's going to start getting cold out here. All slip and slides and all sprinklers and water balloons and water pistolas, water pistols, off the table. They get put away. All the barbecuing in the backyards. And then maybe if you didn't have a backyard, you just got a driveway or something like that. You can, maybe you're cooking a set of riblets, you were at least, maybe you're cooking a set of riblets or maybe a chicken wing or something, on a neighbor's, Chevy engine or, something like that. Growing up, I had a buddy that I used to go camping with. He and his dad and a couple other people out there. And one year when we went out there, the portable tanks that you hook up to one of those, you put flapjacks and all that other, whatever you want to cook, squirrel, raccoon, maybe fry up a frog or something like that. Those the griddle plates, that sort of thing. We brought one of those, and then all of a sudden the portable tank just didn't work, and we were supposed to be cooking bacon. So one of my buddy's dads just got the bacon, wrapped it up in some foil, and then threw that on his truck engine. And all of us are like, is he cooking bacon on the truck engine? Huh. Okay. Well, let's see how this turns out, right? And then the next thing you know, bam! We had those maple back cuts on our plates, and it was delicious. Now, I'm not saying go out and try that, on your, on your Tundra or anything like that, but if you want to take the risk, have at it. Have at it. See what you can come up with, But for all those stands that serve those little fruity drinks, gone. Catching fireflies in your own mouth, and then you're just delivering them, you're giving them to your little brother, that sort of thing. It's put to rest. There's no more fireflies out there. All those summer activities are in the past, and now we get to look forward to fall time. Fall's here, and it's just ready. And I hope we are too. I hope you guys are, because I'm ready for it. All right. Welcome to the beginning of the week, man. Welcome. I hope everyone out there is doing all right. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't, or if you're willing to. And if you aren't, just do it anyways. Man, I'm happy to be here today with all of you guys. And I hope everyone's doing all right. Doing all right for each other. And thank you for joining. Thank you for joining me today, man. Last week was the best week we have had on this podcast. We had the most views last week that we've ever had. We had more people subscribe, and that's all thanks to you guys. You and you and you. But But thank you so very much. Thank you for everything. I want to put that, out there to everyone. The only reason this is building and all that sort of stuff is because of you guys. It's not me. You guys are willing to listen to me, but you guys are the ones that are making this thing, kick up like a damn pyramid, So, so to everyone out there, thank you so much again, man. So, man, what's been happening this morning or this week or last week? I don't know. What's going on in the world, man? Last week I brought up therapy. And I said that I was thinking about maybe trying it out because there's some, I got some underlying issues that I've been dealing with. And, and I'm not sure about how to go about fixing them, I guess, well, maybe fixing is probably a bad word. It's not like I'm some plumbing issue. I got some, a leaky pipe that needs to be, I guess, addressed because there's water, dripping, under my sink or whatever. Maybe I should say I'm just trying to find the answers as to why, this way is this or that way is that, or, why I have discrepancies towards certain areas that other people don't. And, and I'm not just trying to make it about me or anything like that because, last week a buddy of mine listened to this podcast and, and he's telling me about, some of his issues and that sort of thing. And he heard about me maybe checking out some therapy and that sort of thing. And I guess something clicked in his head. I don't know. So a bell went off, a siren, something. Someone said something to him that just clicked. And so, he did. He did. He went to a therapy session. And I don't know if he is doing this therapy session in someone's garage, while they're like doing oil changes on a Honda Civic, next to him, or if he's in an office, where they, where they're making him lie on one of those, sectional sofas or whatever, one of those Egyptian couches, he has, he's all laid out with his feet up and that sort of thing. And, and for some odd reason, those couches, they only got one armrest. What's up with that? What's up with the single armrest? What happens if you want to switch over to the other side? You're just, gravity's just taking a hold of your entire body, man. But he went out there and, he's sitting on this Egyptian love seat or whatever, if you know what I'm talking about. And, it kind of looks like someone bought a long deck chair, I guess, and installed a, like a rolled up towel, I guess, on one end of it. And said, here, you take this, you put it in your office, you get people to lay down on this thing, and then you get them to tell you about their problems. Or whatever they're doing, man. I don't know what they're doing. Again, I've never been to therapy before, But he told me he did. And he said he went because I mentioned it. He said that sounds like a good idea. He's been having some conflicts with himself for some time now and was looking for, just some ways to help him with his self-improvement, I guess, because he has some self-doubt about himself. and he said that he's trying to change things up because, he's felt like things around him have become stale. And that's how he put it to me. And from an outsider's, perspective, this dude is he's a single male. He doesn't have any children, no wife. He's got a stellar job. He works for Hulu, doing that commercial thing for him. I'm not sure exactly what it consists of or whatever, but so he's doing that. And this cat has so much going for him, man. And but his self-esteem is just not the greatest. I guess you could call him you could call him an introvert. Because mainly he goes vert, most of the time. And this guy is just genuinely just a good dude, man. But he just doesn't know how to break out of this funk that he's in. And and man, if you're listening to this, I'm not going to say his name or anything. I'm not trying to put him on blast or anything like that. Nothing like that. And I hope me, divulging some of this information, I hope it's not going too overboard. I'm not trying to, divulge too much. I'm not, I'm trying to really, really, really be very careful with what I'm saying. I'm not trying to leak out anyone's personal information, especially out on these streets, these hard streets of Asheville, North Carolina, because these streets get hard. Real hard. I saw a couple Trustafarians out there, yesterday, and they were buying a couple cups of coffee, and I'm sure that they're, just out there just dripping their damn, dripping a dreadlock or two and some pumpkin spice latte or however you pronounce that damn shit, or whatever they were purchasing. I don't know. But the person behind the counter, who was making this dude's coffee, I guess supposedly didn't put enough cream in it. Right? And this dreaded up muskrat just handed it back to him and said, "I don't like how you made that. Make it again." And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It's just cream, buddy. It's just la crema. That's all it is. Give it a rest. And that's the reason you probably shouldn't trust a Trustafarian. Because, they'll be nice to you 1 minute, and then the next thing you know, if they find out that you don't got, the same amount, the caliber of money, then they'll drop you off like a damn, like a litter box full of droppings, or something like that. I don't know. They'll drop you. So, and you know what? Asheville's full of these things, full of these individuals that are just, they're just singing Grateful Dead songs and chasing each other around and, in Birkenstocks made of animal fur and probably $100 bills and that sort of thing. But hell, I don't have any answer for it, man. I just don't. I'll never understand that world. I just won't. But damn, shit, what was I talking about? Shit. Fuck. Oh, therapy. Yeah. So he went, so my buddy went to a therapist, and hopefully it'll help him self-discover some things, because this guy's such a nice dude, and he doesn't hold any ill will towards anybody or anything. And he just, he just wants to live differently, you know? And I can respect that. I can respect him for at least trying to go to a therapy session. Because a lot of people just, those like me, like I'll take care of it myself. I can do it myself. I don't need anybody to, to put to escort me or show me which direction would be the best possible option for me, But then, like myself, like, I don't know. It's just people that don't try, people that don't try and they wonder why shit goes, sideways in their lives. And I guess that's me, I guess I'll call myself out on it. Sometimes shit just goes the other direction and I didn't, and I wanted it to go a certain way, but it didn't, I guess just sometimes, man, sometimes you just got to switch things up. This dude needs to switch things up, or that, and that's how, if he doesn't, then that's how maybe things are like becoming like stale for him, And maybe he's gotten so used, and I haven't asked this dude this at all, maybe he's gotten he got used to being so comfortable, that, that it became almost like a drug for him. I know that comfort zone can be dangerous, man. It can, if you let it. So, and that's just, and that's maybe, this is just me thinking out loud, man, until I actually sit down, have a little convo, see what's going on, see what he says. The only thing he said is that he went to a therapy session. So, again, at least he's trying it, he's doing it, and best of luck to him, man. I hope he figures it out. And that's about all I can ask for, man, is that. Hopefully he finds out what's up, and then he can go from there, man. Well, who knows? He may turn me on to this, this therapist that he's going to, and if his luck starts, being, if it's just becoming a more helpful, if his life becomes less stressful and it's helping, then maybe I'll take a stab at it, man. Take a stab at it like OJ, something like that. Or what's that chick's name? Jodi Arias. Jodi! If you don't know who that is, you should look her up. She's a mean little woman. But yeah, good luck to him, man. I hope he does figure things out. So, but man, so this morning, man, I was walking around. I was thinking about a couple things. Cause my head's my head's like a damn collection cup. If you ask me, it's full of thoughts. Some are good, some are bad, But I was thinking about this AI thing, because the AI thing, everyone talks about it every week. So I've been thinking about AI in the future, And like I said, I know this topic has been going on for quite some time now, a year and a half, give or take. I don't know. But I just haven't really, dude, I haven't used it, I haven't used it because, personally, I feel like if I use it, then I'm not using my brain power. I'm not coming up with original thoughts. It's like putting in a cheat code instead of just playing the game. I feel like I would be cheating myself somehow by using AI. We already, hey man, we already have the internet. The internet gives us the answers for everything. All of it. And now we want the answers and the description of the answers, and we want bullet points and this and that. And it's just like, good God, like, what happened to just thinking for ourselves for a moment? You know? It's kind of like we're like, I don't know. It just feels like we're losing, or like we're moving away from, man, to me, I guess. It just feels like we're moving away or losing, man, what's the word? Like humanity. Like we're moving away from humanity in a way. I mean, damn, can you imagine 50 years if human beings learned how to, I guess this was one of my thoughts. Can you imagine like 50 years that, we learned how to have sex by using AI? Instead of just letting it happen naturally. I mean, look, man, when I was growing up, we learned about sex a couple different ways. We either stole some dirty magazines that, we stole those dirty magazines from one of my friend's dads, something like a Playboy or a Hustler, something like that. And every once in a while, somebody would come up and show us a new magazine with a title, with a strange title being something like Hot and Homeless, Hot and Homeless, or maybe Milkmaids and that sort of thing, and you're just like, where the fuck did that come from? Where and what? Who'd you get Hot and Homeless from, buddy? We're over here looking at some vintage vintage tennis, something like that. We're looking at some those from here, but now you're coming over here with Hot and Homeless. I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to get into that, man. It's just a little bizarre, man. Little. I mean, you took it to the next level. But that was just one of the ways. The other ways that we found out was, from an older brother, and that's just how it went. It was passed down from one person to the next, and it all happened so naturally, But nowadays we got all sorts of weird shit out there, man, and it's all over the place. We got stepmother has sex with stepsons, or nephew eats a caramel apple out of someone's ass, or something fucking weird, man. It's just gone too far. But what if in 50 years AI is teaching us how to have sex? And that's how we learn. That's how people learn how to do it, because that's what AI says, That AI says to do it this way. So almost, now we just we're relying on this computer, this system, of what things are before we actually try them. In school, they would have us, during PE and everything, they would have us take our health class or whatever. They got sex education, but now AI is just doing, sex ed for you. I mean, I just don't get it, man. Like, it's like they're trying to, like do this. Like, imagine if AI, Imagine you've never tasted a damn like a blueberry muffin or whatever. Imagine that, okay? Now hear me out. This is probably a bad analogy, right? But I'm gonna go for it, right? So imagine if you've never tasted a blueberry muffin before, and the only way that you could find out what it tastes like is if you ask AI. Or if you wanted, or if you wanted to go swimming or something like that. You have to ask AI, how do you do swimming? What, how, what is it? And it'll, you type it in, how do I swim? Blah, 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 right? Or how do you do swimming or whatever it is. And now it'll pop up the answer, and it'll give you what it's going to give you and all that stuff. But the crazy thing is you're asking a computer, and the computer's going to tell you, what a blueberry muffin tastes like, But the thing is, the damn computer can't eat. The thing can't eat. The thing can't go into any water. Are you kidding me? I want AI to hop in a pool full of water and eat a damn blueberry muffin at the same time. And tell me how am I supposed to go swimming and eat at the same time without catching a cramp, huh? How? It's never done it before. It's never eaten a blueberry muffin before. It's never eaten a steak. It's never eaten a piece of grass. It's never eaten. It doesn't eat. It doesn't swim. It doesn't skydive. It doesn't ride bikes, drive cars. It doesn't do anything like that. But the only thing is there's so, and I guess this is the reason why I don't really want to dive into, no pun intended, but that's the reason I want to stay away from AI. But there's so many people out there, I think, that would rely on AI so much that they would forget like what their natural instincts would be, like having sex. Almost like if you couldn't do simple math, man. Can you imagine if you can't do simple math without a damn calculator? And I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about trying to take the square root of pi times 3, blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about basic division or addition. Sorry about that. That sort of thing. Just basic. If imagine having a calculator just to do basic math because you don't know how to do it. I'm talking about basic math. I'm talking about 17 plus 3. What if you couldn't do that without a damn calculator? AI will do it for you. What if? What if you? It's just, I don't know, man. The whole AI thing, I just don't get it, man. It's just some of these thoughts, man. It's just thoughts that I have, and I know I'm going off on a tangent, and I apologize for that. It's just AI makes me so worried about what's going to happen to us in our future. Are we going to have damn, the same skin that we were born with? Or is AI going to just come along and, brush a coat of DNA, polyurethane all over us, and now we're just shedding off water, we're shedding off water like a lizard crawling out of a damn kiddie pool or something like that. It's just all over the place. And hell, some people, dude, some people, in certain cases, I kind of agree with them. Some people think that man, we shouldn't even have the internet, like right now, because, some people just think that it came more sooner than it should have, I guess. In certain cases, I could see where they're coming from, man. But I guess these are just the times that we're living in right now. We just gotta roll with the punches and see what happens. But it just makes me so worried about what is going to happen. I don't know. I mean, again, these are just my thoughts. I hate to get off on some of the things of what's going on in my head. But, it's just something to think about, I guess. So, man, dude, this episode is so, it's I don't know what it is. To be honest, everyone, man, I celebrated last night that I made it through summer without catching a little drinky poo, that sort of thing. But I did last night, and I regret it. I feel like a bag of crap, and so now, man, I'm gonna start it all over again, man, because October's happening this week, and and whoever is out there, if you want to do something good for yourself, you should try to do this. They call it Sober October. We should. Sorry, my brain's just so scattered right now, and I did it to myself, and it's just, I was just like, whoa, man, I made it all the way through summer. That's crazy. I've never done that before, and so I was like, let's do it. Let's celebrate it up a little. And now I regret it. So I apologize if this is, not going as well as I think it is or not, or I don't know, man. I just want to be honest with you guys about things. That's all. But what else has been going on, man? Damn, I shouldn't have done that shit last night. Yep. I'm an idiot. That's all I can say. So, oh shit, did you hear about, it's football season and all that, man, but did you hear about that female, she's I don't know, is she a kicker? She's not a kicker? I don't know, man. She wasn't kicking the damn football the other night, man. I can't remember her, Haley Vaughn something or other, man, but she was the first woman, first non-kicker, baby, first non-kicker to play in an NCAA football game. Can you imagine that? Being the first female to do that? And she's only like 5'6" or something like that. Something ridiculously, she's tying, or I guess tying. Look, she's a female, And I know they can be, larger than most or smaller than that, but dude, 5'6", and she's like weighing at like $140 or something like that, man. But she tackled the damn quarterback. Can you imagine that? And it was in the first quarter, dude. She tackled that quarterback. And she looked like she knew what she was doing. Like she's been planning this in her dreams. Like she's had 9 brothers. And she's just watched them just go at each other in the damn backyard. Just throwing that skin around. And I'm not talking about, I guess the way I put it just now is a little homoerotic, but I'm just talking about they're playing football. They're doing football out in the backyard. and they're tackling each other and that sort of thing. So she probably learned a couple things, or 2, 4, 5, whatever, from them. So, but damn, man, congratulations to her, man. That is awesome. That is, way to show the world what you can do, man. I put my foot in my mouth last week, man. I did. I'm not going to get off on too much of a tangent right now on it, because I'm going to go after I get done right here, and it's going to be pretty short, guys. I'm going to go watch the Saints versus the Packers. I didn't get to see it yesterday because I was doing other dumb shit, that I probably shouldn't have done, and now I'm regretting it again. So as I could beat myself up while I watch the game, I guess. So, but yeah, lost by 1 point, had a 12-point lead, and just stunk the place up, man. But that was last week. This is a new week. I haven't looked at the scores. I told everyone to just shut up while I watch the game, because, I hate when people do that. They're like, hey, did you check out this or blah, 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 blah? And it's like, no, dude, just stop. Let me watch it for myself. I don't need to hear any highlights. I don't need to hear about whatever else is, going on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I haven't even looked at any of the scores, man. I'm so sorry. God. Oh, I feel like a bag of balls getting drugged through a damn rusty, just a road of rusted forks, I guess, right now. So, woo! All right. But yeah, man, I'm sorry this episode was not, hey, man, not all of them are going to be game changers, but damn, man, I really do hope that my buddy, I hope he finds his way. I really do. I hope therapy really, really, really works out for him, man. Because like I said, man, this guy is just such a, it's just so surprising that his life has led to be the way it is right now, and it's just like, man, because he's I think he's like 36, 37, something like that, and he has all the potential of being something, more, I guess, because there's so much more out there, man. So, but yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see what happens. So, all right, everybody, I'm gonna roll, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful week. Stay true to yourselves out there, man. Sometimes that's all you got is just yourself. So, don't let AI, mess with that brain stem of yours. But yeah. All right, everyone. Be well. Have a good week. We'll see you next time, and I promise it'll be so much better than this. Okay. All right, everyone. Be well.